4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, it's Ranchin bringing another cycle of commentary. This is going to be the ace match between CG Entus and KTF MagicNs, played on the 10th of May 2009 in the Shinhan Bank Proleague Round 4. Got that out pretty quick. So this is going to be the ace match. I already did this once before, and now I have to do it again because I forgot to push the record button. Don't ask me how I did it, because it's a very shiny button in Audacity. So it happens. But it's okay. It's a good game, so I do not mind commentating it again. So this is going to be on Heartbreak Ridge. At the left, that is 9 o'clock, we're going to have the white zerg EffOrt, and at the right, we're going to have the teal terran Flash. So very nice choices by both teams, I gotta say, to field these players. Flash, not a surprise at all. Pardon. Flash, not a surprise at all. Being their ace, their overall best player, and this being a map that he can most likely dominate in, this Heartbreak Ridge. I think this is one of the matchups that's rather balanced. Both races have a decent amount of wins against each other so far. So if there is a glaring imbalance, it has not quite yet come through the fold. Although I gotta say, with the amount of cheese locations and overall that kind of stuff, it gives Terrans an advantage right off the bat. Just the overall positioning advantage, high ground that he can take advantage of. But to give it back to that, I gotta say that, you know, Zerg have a rather large amount of forces they could use to their advantage in this map as well. Mutalisks can fly around, do some damage, depending on how you use them though. Could be a little bit dangerous. Lurkers, there are a lot of high ground, low ground positions, so Zergs can really take advantage of that to surround the forces. And this is why I really like this choice in EffOrt. EffOrt is kind of their new best Zerg right now. He's kind of overtaken the role of Savior. I'm not saying he's dominating, like, I mean, he's not close to where Savior was at one point in time, you know, dominating everybody and everything, but I definitely think EffOrt is a player that has a lot of potential right now, getting his drone caught a little bit, almost getting it killed. I think only one or two more hits and then could get himself killed. Ooh, almost. I think one or two health points left. Now he's got to run away. Trying to delay that barracks, but not being too successful in that. Flash going for a refinery, I believe it is. Yeah, Flash going for a refinery, so it is gonna go for mech, or at the very least he's gonna try to get a couple of vultures out there, trying to harass. And EffOrt, of course, knows this, having spotted this with his drone, knows to put a second colony at his base. Make sure that doesn't happen. First Marine is gonna be coming out, so as soon as that happens, the drone is gonna get killed. And there you go, the first factory. We're gonna see now EffOrt is not gonna, with that SCV running around and really not allowing the drone to do too much. Drone can't really try to delay the factory at all. Just gotta go around, just get the scout, be happy. You gotta use the drone scout on this map, simply because the distance between, it's a two-player map, but the distance between the players is so large. The overlord takes a while to get going. So just in case there's something funky coming your way, you really want to do that. Barracks, okay, drone dying there, and barracks being floated up probably to block off the choke. On this map, of course, the choke into your natural expansion is incredibly small and rather easy to block off. While the choke outside of your natural into the world, as you could say, is rather large and very difficult to block off. EffOrt actually doing the same thing, doing a partial block with a hatchery. I'm not quite sure if that's a very good position. I don't think large units will not be able to get through that. Only Zerglings and Hydralisks, but I think if he goes for Lurkers and eventually Ultras or something such, he'll be in a little bit of trouble to do that. Flash on the opposite side, the lower left, is now mining out the minerals, and EffOrt is going to spot that with his drone. He's going to have to try to harass that, but of course in a one-up fight, SCVs have more health, so it's kind of hard. You got to really macro your drone like a friggin' beast to do that, and Flash has very good macro. So there you go, creep colony coming in at the natural to prevent those vultures that are going to be coming out fairly soon. Flash I saw also going for the starport, so we're going to see, I think with those vultures out there, he might actually be going for dropships rather than, could be going for wraiths or valkyries in case he reads Mutalisk, but I'm not quite sure if he's going to do that. EffOrt actually going for a two-base build. Not really like two-base builds from Zergs. They're very aggressive builds. They're kind of, okay, I'm going to go out there, be aggressive, do economic damage, and if I manage to, I'll be able to go around and take more bases. But if my economic harassment fails, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. Blair also coming up now, and an expansion now coming up for Flash. Ooh, EffOrt going to sacrifice an Overlord here to try to get in the scout. There's only one Marine to start damaging it. We're going to see whether it actually spots these starport or not. Yeah, he's gonna go in. Marine is gonna keep shooting him. I'm gonna see. I think the EffOrt moved up. I think he spotted that start, but I'm not quite sure. But the opposite side, there is an SCV with a vulture mining out. So okay, there was that sunken colony, and Flash knew this, so he decided he was gonna mine out the field. EffOrt moving in a couple of drones, and I think 3 or 4 zerglings, and that one vulture is definitely good enough to take care of that. So this is gonna be just a delaying tactic there from EffOrt. EffOrt doesn't have a lot of ground forces on the ground. 4 zerglings, 2 drones, they're all gonna get massacred here. He's gonna just go out, block, loses 1 zergling right off the bat. Drone also gonna die here. Yeah, pretty decent range for the vulture, and the way that you can micro them with a patrol button really just gives the vultures an incredible advantage in this kind of situation. Zerglings are all gonna get their ass massacred. Boy, there you go, killed. Second colony, Hydralisks gonna be coming up, so I believe, yeah, there are gonna be definitely some Hydralisk on the opposite side. Flash now again for the dropship, probably has some vultures inside, gonna go for harassment. Also having a vulture inside and petering at this natural here. There are Hydralisks now out though for EffOrt. 2 Hydralisks, that should be enough to take push this vulture away, although there is still a nice delaying tactic. Okay, actually the Hydralisks, never mind, they're gonna go up to the natural. They spotted the dropship, 2 vultures gonna come up. I'm not quite sure if those two Hydralisks are enough for that, because the vultures are speed upgraded and the Hydralisks are not, so the drones are going to be running around. A lot of economic damage, trying to block off the vultures, doing a pretty decent job, but losing some drones. Meanwhile, vultures still alive, killing a lot of drones. A lot of kills on those vultures. One vulture has 0 kills, the other one I believe has a few. Yeah, one vulture has 3 kills now, and probably should get taken down. So the other vulture had 2 kills, so he got at least 5 or 6 drone kills before getting taken down. Now, funnily enough, Hydra's there. Flash is actually going to continue this, actually doing a very good job. This is exactly what EffOrt does not want. Have to take economic damage as he's going for a 2-base build, as the Terran player he's facing up against has his own natural expansion now up. 3 vultures this time going to go in. There are 4 Hydralisks in position, but still he has to be very careful. Flash is going to come in. He has to try to get behind the mineral line, try to get those drones from behind the mineral line. Okay, he's getting more drone kills. Has already lost 1 vulture. Second vulture only has 1 vulture and no mines. But still, you know, harassing, keeping EffOrt on his toes. Very good job. Engineering bay and turrets up everywhere now. So that's very nice. Again, another drone kill, I believe that was, before the last vulture got killed. Really troublesome here. More Hydras being produced, and EffOrt's still on 2 bases. He really has to go out and do some sort. I think at this point he really has to like do some damage. He has a lot of Hydras. We're going to see whether he actually pushes out with those. Flash actually does not have a lot to defend. He has a 1 bunker with, I believe, 4 Marines inside. Has a Goliath out alongside that dropship. And he has a Valkyrie out there, so apparently he might have read Mutas. I don't think he would have. Maybe he thought there was a Spire out there. I'm not sure, but maybe that's more for Overlord killing, Overlord hunting than anything else. But he's going to be in trouble there. One SCV, scout SCV going out, is going to spot those Hydras, so Flash is going to be able to position himself just a little bit better beforehand. Cancels the turret that I believe was there, so the Hydras are going to be barreling down. You see Flash looking a little bit worried. He's pulling several SCVs off the line around the bunker to try to repair. Hydras now moving in and start attacking. Not quite sure if they're going to be, because Valkyrie's going to engage the Overlord as it's going to fly away. Has speed though, so that's pretty good. See how EffOrt is trying to engage. Okay, he takes out the Valkyrie, but the SCV is doing still a pretty damn good job of blocking off. The Vulture and Goliath that were there to defend do go down, but the Hydra's attack is now being pushed back. Although EffOrt doing a good job just overall pressuring here, forcing Flash, just by keeping those Hydra's outside the base and not pushing in, he's still forcing Flash to have those SCV completely not doing anything, not mining at all, staying outside, and just every little bit of pressure he can take, because he really needs to equalize the economic damage that he's taking. Second bunker going up, and also an expansion. So EffOrt is actually now expanding at the 7 o'clock location, so he's definitely what he needs to do. Definitely needs to equalize the economic situation. Overlord now coming in, getting the scout, taking a few shots, and is going to get killed by these Valkyries. 2 Valkyries now out in the air, so Flash is really going to having the Valkyries. There aren't any Mutalisks coming out, but he is going to be using the Spire actually up, but I don't think those are Mutalisks. I think he's more going to go for Scourge just as a counter to those Valkyries out in the air, because those Valkyries can really go around and hunt those Overlords if need be. They do a lot of splash damage, and Overlords really fall to them really quickly. Valkyries have a high rate of fire and splash damage, so if you have more than 1 Overlord scooped up together, for instance, going for a drop, you're going to be in a lot of trouble if you meet up a lot of Valkyries. Another drop of Vultures going on the random spot in the field. They're just going to go around, try to scout, take a couple of shots, but they have mines now, so Flash is just going to go around, try to position some mines, and probably going to go towards his 5 o'clock base. Spot that. Tank's now out for Flash, so he has a rather large number of builds. Now those Vultures are going to be at this 5 o'clock position, going to harass it, put some mines down, and mines are going to randomly explode. Hydra dies. I think it died, not quite sure. And one Hydralist there to block off the way into the natural expansion. The Hydroisk is not going to get a kill, so those vultures are going to go out and again be able to harass this drone line. Now Scourge out. Those are out there, of course, to try to get those Valkyries and the eventual science vessels that I assume Flash will be getting eventually. Evolution Chamber now up as well, so Carapace upgrades are going to be forthcoming, and most likely we're going to be seeing Lurkers fairly soon. Flash has Valkyries, tanks, adding 3 barracks, which is going to be on 4 racks. Has an academy going that's just now getting the stim and range upgrades. So he's also adding, getting himself some scan, comset stations, that is. On the opposite side, EffOrt doesn't really have that many forces. He has a few Hydros out on the ground, but both players don't have enough really forces to be too aggressive. Flash has a pretty decent defensive position. He has those tanks in a very good position along 2 bunkers that have forces inside. Some Scourge running out. Oh, managing to get a Valkyrie. Valkyries have a high rate of fire, but the missiles take a little bit. 5th barracks not being added. So, yeah, I really like these new builds that some Terrans are utilizing. They're going for early vultures, try to do some damage. I'm sorry, even early drop or early Valkyries, and then just switch over to Marines.